We have to lock down because the persons who are going to the corner shop on a Sunday or a Saturday or whichever day to buy the 2 pound of rice, the big jilla oil, the half of bread and so forth, and the half of chicken or chicken parts or chicken back, those persons are not wearing their masks.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where fun, fair and love live, but survival is paramount. Now for those of you who have been here from the initial, thank you so much for being here. For those of you who are just coming, welcome, we appreciate you. And for those of you who are indecisive, come on over, we'll take care of you over here. Now I'm just going to jump right into the video and what I'm going to talk about today. And it is this big question that I want to ask: when are we going to take responsibility for what or actions, what we should do, what we should not do, and stop using poor as an excuse to display your wanton behavior and just behave anyhow you choose. Now there is a video out where the Prime Minister Andrew Holness addressed, I guess it's the nation, and he was talking about the COVID-19 and the spreading of it, you know, the control or the lack thereof when it comes to taking control of the COVID-19. And he made mention, mind you, I don't see the entire clip, but the little part that I'm talking about, it's okay. I don't need to see the entire clip. He spoke about poor people basically being responsible for the spreading of the virus, right? So he spoke about the person who is going to the corner shop to buy maybe the big jilla oil, the bread, the chicken back, the whatever. He spoke about that, and immediately you have people who were, gunning for his head because him a this poor people and him a this ghetto youth and blah blah blah, and it goes on. And I listened, and then it occurred to me that we make excuses for everything, because when you listen to what he said, where's the lie? Where is the lie in all of what he said? Because if you go to all the top supermarkets and the prime supermarkets, they have policies in place, they have rules in place as it relates to the control of the COVID or the spreading of the COVID, however you want to put it. They have policies in place where the wearing of the mask, the sanitization, the social distancing. So you will see different marks at different points where you are to be away from each other. Mind you, some people still do business. So you could have even dried pan them forehead and tell them, say, look here, stand up right here. So some people still are going to do it, even with the mark in their forehead. So that's beside the point. But he made mention of the fact that those corner shops and those little shops in the communities, you don't have anybody monitoring all of this thing. You have nobody enforcing any rules that you ought to come to my shop to buy 2 pounds of flour. But before you can come and get your 2 pounds of flour or your bread or your big, big jilla oil, you have to put your mask on before you can come in my shop. Really and truly, if you can pinpoint, for those of you who are on the other side of the video that is going to watch it, if you can pinpoint any shop in your local community who is a stickler for all of this rule and will tell you that you can't enter to buy that Lasco for the little baby, you can't enter to buy that bread that you want for your Sunday morning dinner for it with little ackee and saltfish, you can buy that 3 pound of chicken back one and one go chop up and curry without wearing your mask. Can you pinpoint one of those shops? So I am just saying. And the other part of it too, when people just splice things and take a little part of what is put, what what is out there and represent it a particular way, that's also deceitful. You understand me? Because they splice the video and they just put out a little part. And if you just listen just like that, especially for those people who jumpy, they just listen to respond. They don't really process what is going on. You know how that is going to go. The response cannot be good. So I listened and I said, but there's no lie in this. There's no lie in this. And we, as our brothers and sisters keepers, we ought to call our brothers and sisters out. And we ought to draw our brothers and sisters up short when you see that they are doing the wrong thing, or when you see that their attitude is not right. I'm not saying that you need to embarrass. I'm not saying that you need to be cantankerous. I'm not saying that you need to be confrontational, because there are different ways to do different things. You can do it and do it nicely, and it's all good. But we ought to take responsibility. Everything we hide behind ghetto youths, and we hide behind poor people, and we have to get with chicken back, and we have to get with bread, and nobody's telling you that you can't, and nobody's telling you that you must not. We are saying in the midst of it, and while you're doing so, do so responsibly. Just like how you put on your mask to go Mega Mart, or you put on your mask to go to Sushan, or you put on your mask to go wherever. We are saying take responsibility, because this is something that should really and truly stick with you people. Because even in your community, you poor, your neighbor poor, me poor, the next person over there so poor. No, you know already that when you have illness to deal with, it can run you a certain sum, especially when it has to do with certain kind of illness. I think you should be even more precautious in taking care of yourselves and taking care of the people around you, because mind you, you already only have money for buy the big jelly aisle, you only have money for buy the little bread round so, and you only have money for buy the 3 pounds that chicken back. Where is the money going to come from for medical assistance when you have spread the virus and people are suffering? People develop lung problem, develop heart problem, you understand, not kidney problems. Where is the money going to come from? So if we really and truly think about it carefully, we would not approach things and situation in the manner in which we approach it. And we ought to really learn to listen. Listen before we respond, because sometimes we just behave hot-headed and we just shoot our mouths off, and then when you think about it, you look silly, because really and truly your response is not warranted. You understand me? Call out your brother, call out your sister, call out your neighbor and say, look, man, wearing a mask. You understand me? Why you think say poor people can't you think poor people can't get the virus? You think poor people can't get the virus? We need to take responsibility. We need to take responsibility of our actions. We need to take responsibility of the things that comes out of our mouths. You understand me? Because all of it. Because when you're going to tell other people, oh, don't wear no mask and no this and no that. I mean, neighbor, what you are doing a mask? Your time to cover your face and this and that. Tell people the right thing. Encourage them to practice social distancing. You, I, everybody who wears those masks, we know it's not anything pleasant to wear. We know that it's not the most comfortable thing. You understand me? But I don't think the eyelashes and all of that some of us wear too is the most comfortable thing. But when we see it fit, we can bear whatever comes with it. You know, the falls here, we are itchy and we have to have knock with head, so, and whatever. We bear it. So guess what? If you're going out there for a 10 minutes, 20 minutes or whatever, bear the little wearing of the mask if there's no respiratory issues going on that makes it more difficult for you. Just bear it now and cover yourself, protect yourself and protect those who you come in contact with. Just do the right thing. Do the right thing and stop being silly, because guess what? You're only putting yourselves in danger, you know. And if you pause a while and think about it, you would not because already there's limited money to go around. Already you know that the free medical health care that you get is limited. You already know that, because you are the person, when you go to the hospital, there's no bed for you to go on. You sit in the chair the entire night. You have heart attack and you're sitting up in a chair waiting for somebody else to exit a bed so you can get it. You understand? You have to do the CAT scan, you have to do the MRI, and they're telling you that there's no ambulance to take you. You understand me? So if you want to do it in a certain time, you'll have to do it privately. That's money to charter something to take you, right? Or that's money to pay for the ambulance privately to take you. When you go, you have to pay for the MRI, you have to pay for the CAT scan, or whatever it is, whatever x-rays and whatever you have to do, you have to pay for those. So if you really think carefully, we would not behave in the way we do. You understand me? And when you are ill and it's quite taxing on your pocket or anybody that is responsible for you, because there's already limited amount of money. Imagine when you have 3 or 4 of you in the same household or the same yard, sick and need to get medical attention, and the resources at the free hospital or health centers are limited. Where the money go come from in raw patois? Where money go come from? Where are you going to get it? So if we could just pause a while and just get over ourselves a little bit, get over ourselves and pay attention to what is happening, and each and every one can accept to yourselves that I too have a responsibility to care not just for myself, but for those people who I come in contact with. I have a responsibility to make sure that I don't expose the people that I come in contact with this thing, if I can prevent it. So if we learn to be unselfish, we would never ever take the approach that a lot of us take, and stop hiding behind poverty. Stop hiding behind ghetto. Stop it. Because everything is a ghetto use, this ghetto use. Stop it. You have lovely people who is from the ghetto. You have lovely people who emerge and they come out of a poor situation. That does not mean that your brain is not working. Your brain is working. Use it. Just the same way you can use it to do other things. We ought to stop it, man. And it's kind of... It's kind of played out now. It's kind of, really and truly, it's kind of played out. Take responsibility for what you know that you are to take responsibility for, and act accordingly. Mr. Holness was not saying anything wrong. He did not say anything wrong, because when you look at it, of course, tell me who you see at the corner shop standing at the doorway telling you, mask, miss, sir, put on your mask. Sir, you have to go and get a mask. You know, oh, sir, we have a mask. We have free mask here. You can have one. Just step aside for me and I'll give you one. Who you see at the corner shop doing that? Eh? You see anybody in a Miss Matty shop a behave so? You see anybody in a Delroy shop a behave so? You see anybody in a Miss Junie shop around the corner behaving like? No. So we have to be truthful. So tie up the little mask where you have round in your face and go down the road, go by the big Jilla aisle. Put the mask on and go buy the bread. Go buy the 3 eggs. And stop just jumping on certain bandwagon and stop nitpicking certain things and just pick it out, and then you make a fuss and then you make a big speech about it. We ought to stop behaving like that. I see what Auntie Donna come out and make that speech, and she had to walk back. She had to walk back. You understand me? Because she started talking about ghetto people and who voted for him and who jumped. Even though that's another video, because she did make some valid points. You know, like when the election was going on and everybody was out there all carefree, and it was... We all have a responsibility to play our part in everything that you see is happening. Really control of the spreading of the corona. Each and every one of us, we have a responsibility. So let's not hide behind being poor, hide behind being from the ghetto, or hide behind from being wherever you think they are targeting or they are talking about, or you think is less than somewhere else. Because one thing I can guarantee you all, corona don't pick and choose. It does not matter where you live, where you're from. It doesn't matter which part on the hierarchy you fall. It does not matter what credentials come behind your name. It doesn't matter. So with that being said, each and every one of us have a responsibility. So instead of just trying to find something to spread or something to talk about or to go on about that makes no sense, pick the important parts of what he's saying, because where's the lie? Again, there's no lie. He's telling you what it is. So the little man around here so need to have responsibility, because it's going to be even harder on you, the little one, harder on me. You understand me? When this thing spreads in the kind of community that he references or he referenced. So be careful and take responsibility. Poor, take responsibility. Ghetto, people from the ghetto, take responsibility. Rich, take responsibility. And those who are in high caliber, however you see fit, you ought to take responsibility. But don't hide behind being poor for your wanton behavior, your reckless behavior. Don't hide behind being from the ghetto for your careless utterances and display that you do on a daily basis with regards to ignoring the guideline and the regulation, the guidelines and regulation that is set in place to keep you safe, to keep me safe, to keep your grandmother safe and your brothers and sisters. So people, don't look for things where there's none. Don't look for a fuss, don't look for a fight where there's none. Just pick what is yours and be responsible, all right? And let you know what to do. I want to hear from you, so leave your comment in the comment section down below. But this says that with God in the vessel, we can smile at the storm. Be ye wise people. Pray, be wise, and do what you have to do. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Let me hear your comment. Let me hear your comments. Leave it in the comment section below, and let us continue the conversation. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.